They left the camera on, and what it captured still haunts them. Tonight is a compilation of real-world uploads, CCTV, phone footage, and unattended cameras, where something enters the frame, and nothing feels normal after that. We'll start with the least unsettling clips, and escalate piece by piece to the most disturbing one. No confirmations, no clear answers, just what the camera shows, and what the uploaders claim they witnessed. Stay until the end, because the final clip is the one people say they can't watch twice. Number 20. In the Siberian taiga, a Russian hunter named Sergei leaves his camera recording during the night. There is no image, only darkness and ambient sound. After a few seconds, distant noises emerge that don't resemble wind or known wildlife. Long howls echo through the forest. They're stretched, uneven, and unnaturally sustained. Between them, heavy breathing is heard close to the microphone. Each sound is followed by total silence, as if the forest itself is holding still. Zoom in on audio waveform. Sergei's breathing becomes faster. He whispers briefly, then decides to leave without investigating further. The clip ends before the source of the sounds is ever seen. Number 19. A deep-sea dive in Sagami Bay, Japan. A diver's camera records at nearly 3,000 meters below the surface. At first, the frame looks empty. Then a shape appears in the darkness. Something doesn't match the surrounding terrain. The figure has amphibian features and a humanoid posture. Pale white eyes, a smooth body, completely still. It appears to be resting, almost asleep, despite the crushing pressure at that depth, where calm like this should not exist. The diver freezes, no sudden movements. Breathing grows louder inside the suit. The camera hesitates, then slowly pulls away. The clip ends before the figure moves, and no explanation followed. Number 18. A short clip begins underwater. Visibility is low. The camera drifts forward. At first, it looks like rock. Then the surface shifts. The mass is moving, slowly, deliberately. A gigantic marine creature advances into view. Its head appears carved from living stone, rigid and uneven. No visible fins at first. No sudden motion. The scale overwhelms the frame, larger than any nearby reference can explain. The person filming stops moving. The camera trembles slightly, as if the operator is holding their breath. No attempt to approach, no sound, except the water. The video cuts abruptly before the creature is fully revealed, and nothing more was ever uploaded. Number 17. A young man records a casual selfie video. The camera is close to his face. Nothing seems unusual at first. Behind him, a humanoid figure slowly enters the frame. Its shape is off, too upright, too still. The moment he notices it, he freezes. Then he turns and runs. The camera shakes violently as footsteps follow behind him. Heavy breathing fills the audio. The figure stays just out of focus, but it keeps pace. There's no shouting, no dialogue, just panic, uneven breaths, and the sound of movement closing in. The clip ends mid-run, before either subject leaves the frame, and no confirmed explanation was ever given. Number 16. Two men walk through a forest at night, following the sound of a crying baby. The camera light cuts through the trees. At first, the crying feels distant, then it stops abruptly. Something ahead doesn't move. A motionless figure stands between the trees. Its posture is rigid. Its outline looks wrong in the light. Some viewers claim it resembles a witch who stole the infant. But the video never confirms that. The silence after the crying feels deliberate. Both men step backward. No one speaks. Their breathing grows shallow as the camera lowers, refusing to get closer. The clip ends as they retreat into the darkness, and the crying never returns. Number 15. A drone hovers over a children's playground. Empty swings, no voices. The camera drifts slowly forward. At first, the park looks normal. Then a dark shape appears near the equipment. It doesn't move like a shadow. A tall figure stands near a slide. It wears what looks like a jester-style hat. The body is unnaturally still, As the drone adjusts its angle, the figure slips behind the slide and vanishes. No footsteps, no movement caught leaving the frame. The drone hesitates, hovering in place. The operator doesn't push closer. The camera pulls back slightly, as if reconsidering. Some viewers call the figure the obelisk, a being said to take children, but the video itself offers no confirmation. The clip ends without the figure reappearing. Number 14. In August 2025, a trail camera records movement in a wooded area near Wittlich, Germany. The footage was submitted anonymously. At first, only foliage shifts. Then a hunched figure appears at the edge of the frame. Something doesn't align with known wildlife. The figure is low to the ground, with an uneven posture. Its eyes reflect brightly when the infrared triggers, too directly, too focused. The body seems disproportionate, lingering longer than expected before shifting back into the trees. Whoever reviewed the footage doesn't approach. The camera remains fixed, silent, watching the empty clearing afterward. Some link it to the old legend of the Moorbach monster, but the source never confirmed details. The clip ends with no follow-up, and no second image was ever released. Number 13. Forest rangers set up a motion sensor camera deep in the woods. As they walk away, the recording continues unattended. At first, only branches and shadows move with the wind. Then a shape forms between the trees. Something doesn't behave like a person entering the frame. A woman appears, long hair, a light-colored gown. She isn't walking. She doesn't step forward or descend a slope. She is simply there, suspended among branches and darkness. The outline remains still, then begins to fade, not retreating, disappearing. No voices react. No one returns to check the camera. The forest sound stays unchanged. Within seconds, the silhouette is gone completely, leaving no physical trace. The clip ends with the empty forest still recording. Number 12. A camera points upward into the treetops. The frame is unstable, as if no one expected to keep filming for long. At first, only leaves and branches sway. Then a humanoid figure is visible in the crown of the tree. It doesn't climb, it doesn't shift position. At the same moment, a wolf howls in the distance. The sound aligns perfectly with the image on screen. The figure remains motionless, silhouetted against the night, while the howl stretches and fades. No other animals respond. The forest stays still. The people filming don't speak. No footsteps, no retreat, just silence and shallow breathing behind the camera. The clip ends without movement from the figure. No one ever explains how it was there. Number 11. In the afternoon, a drone flies low over a forest. Daylight, clear visibility. The camera scans between the trees. At first, it looks like a person wearing yellow clothing. Then the drone adjusts its angle. Something about the face doesn't align. The figure's face appears white, flat, unnaturally pale against the color of the clothes. No visible expression, no reaction to the drone's presence. As the camera moves closer, the figure slips between the trees and vanishes without sound. The drone stops advancing. The operator hesitates, hovering in place. No attempt to follow. The clip ends with the forest empty again, and the figure never reappears. Number 10. A fixed camera records a yard at night. A dog is barking non-stop, backing away from the fence. At first, nothing is visible beyond the bars. Then a shape forms in the darkness on the other side. It doesn't approach like an animal should. A black figure stands facing the dog. Its body looks like a mix of goat and canine. The eyes protrude, catching the light. Its mouth doesn't open. No growl, no breath. Complete silence from the figure while the dog panics. The dog pulls back, whining, refusing to get closer. The camera trembles slightly, as if someone nearby noticed too late. The clip ends before the figure moves or leaves the frame, and no explanation followed. Number 9. A camera records a forest clearing in daylight. The shot is brief. The frame barely has time to settle. At first, it looks like a shadow at the edge of the trees. Then the shape separates from the background. Something is standing there. A gigantic silhouette is seen from behind. Broad shoulders, long arms, a simian body moving upright step by step. The proportions don't match a person. The gait doesn't match an animal. It crosses the frame calmly, as if unaware of the camera. No one reacts in the audio. No warning. No pursuit. The camera stays fixed, almost stunned. The clip lasts only seconds. Then the figure is gone and no one ever recorded it again. Number 8. The camera turns on abruptly. The scene is dark and confined. Something metallic reflects the light. At first, the shape is hard to process. Then the body becomes clear. It's a quadruped, roughly the size of a horse. But the head doesn't match the body. The creature appears chained. Its torso resembles an animal, but its face looks distorted, almost demonic. The eyes catch the light. The mouth opens wider than expected. A deep roar cuts through the audio, low and strained, before echoing off-screen. Whoever is filming doesn't speak. The camera shakes, pulling back slightly, as if the person hesitates to stay any longer. The clip ends as the creature fades from view and no further footage was ever released. Number 7. A leaked clip claims to come from inside Area 51. A man films quickly, as if he shouldn't be there. The room looks clinical. Bright lights, metal surfaces. At first, it appears to be a body on a surgical bed. Then the camera steadies, just enough to reveal details that don't resemble a human. The figure has gray skin, reptilian facial features, an almost aquatic texture damp under the lights. The limbs are thin, the head is oversized. Nothing moves. The stillness feels intentional, controlled. The person filming says nothing. Breathing is audible. The camera hesitates, then pulls away abruptly, as if someone heard something off-screen. The clip lasts only seconds. It cuts before any context is given, and no official source ever acknowledged it. Number 6. A woman records an internal corridor, claimed to be inside Area 51. The camera moves slowly, as if she's checking each step. Fluorescent lights hum overhead. At first, the hallway looks empty. Then something lies ahead, on the floor. The shape doesn't resemble equipment. An alien-like body is seen sprawled across the corridor. It appears lifeless. One leg is missing. Dark burn marks run across the torso and limbs, cutting through the gray skin. No movement, no signs of recent activity around it. The woman freezes. Her breathing tightens. She doesn't approach further. The camera wavers, as if she's deciding whether to run. The clip ends without explanation, before anyone else enters the frame, and the footage was never clarified or verified. Number 5. In Nevada, near a restricted desert complex, a camera captures a tall figure moving across open ground. The shot is unstable, filmed from a distance. At first, it looks like a person walking alone. Then the proportions register. Something is off. The figure appears nearly 2 meters tall, completely naked, long limbs, pale whitish skin reflecting the sun. Its movements are uneven, staggered, then sudden, like it's struggling to control its own body. No visible gear, no vehicle nearby. The person filming doesn't approach. Breathing grows tense. The camera tracks the figure briefly, then loses it against the terrain. The clip ends before the figure reaches any structure, and no explanation ever followed. Number 4. A video begins already in progress. A sterile room. Surgical lights. Several figures stand around a table. At first, it looks like a medical procedure. Then the body comes into focus. The anatomy doesn't align with a human patient. Doctors examine gray skin and exposed organs. The texture looks unfamiliar. The proportions feel wrong. No identifying marks, no visible labels. The camera lingers just long enough to register details before shifting away. No one speaks to the camera. Movements are quick, restrained, as if time is limited. The person filming keeps distance, breathing steady but tense. The video cuts abruptly mid-examination, and the origin of the footage was never disclosed. Number 3. During an expedition, a group of researchers films a block of ice embedded in the ground. The camera moves closer as someone points. At first, it looks like a frozen formation. Then a shape becomes visible inside. Something doesn't match natural ice. A white head is trapped within the block. Dark eyes stare outward. From beneath the surface, Tentacle-like appendages can be seen, faintly shifting as the light changes angle. The movement is subtle, but repeated, enough to be noticed. No one speaks clearly. Breathing and murmurs overlap. The camera shakes as the person filming steps back, unable to look away. The recording ends without explanation, and nothing further was shared about what happened next. Number 2. From a helicopter, a camera points down into a whiteout storm. Snow and wind erase most detail. At first, the footage shows only the blizzard. Then something moves against the wind. The shape holds its ground. A gigantic figure advances through the snow. Its outline resembles a primate, broad torso, long arms, but the scale is far beyond any known animal. Each step is slow and deliberate, barely affected by the storm around it. Inside the helicopter, no one reacts out loud. The camera locks onto the figure, shaking as turbulence increases. The distance never closes. The clip ends as the storm swallows the figure again, and no further footage was released. Number 1. Beneath Arctic ice, divers move slowly through a submerged cavern. Visibility is low. The light cuts through suspended particles. At first, the ice wall looks solid. Then a shape appears behind it. Something is embedded, just below the surface. A gray creature is visible under the ice. Its hands look human, fingers extended, rigid, pressed forward, as if frozen mid-motion. The body doesn't move, but the face does something unsettling. Its expression appears alert, a look that feels aware, not preserved. The divers stop swimming. No signals, no sudden movement. Breathing grows louder in the audio as the camera lingers on the face. The clip ends before the ice is disturbed or the creature reacts, and no official explanation ever followed.